Hello, welcome to another video tutorial with Kukua Capital. This is our first episode of our mini-series about the alligator indicator. Now you may be surprised to hear the term alligator being used in trading, because obviously when you hear the word alligator you start to think of wildlife. But no, there is quite some reason to why it's called the alligator. Now for me to actually explain the analogy, I'm going to have to place it on the chart, which is a really simple procedure. You just go to insert, indicators, and then you see it right here, the third one, or you can go to your trend, is it under trend, custom, and then you also get alligator, and then you just click onto your alligator indicator, and then this window will come up. You can just stick with what's there and press OK. It's just loading, and then you get these three lines. I'm just going to change the thickness of the lines just so that it's clearer. So just go to styles, width, and then I'm just going to choose a larger thickness just so that it's much clearer to view. Then I press OK, and there you have it. You can see your alligator indicator. So basically the reason that it's called the alligator is it's based on Bill Williams' theory, and he bases and centralizes his theory on concepts that also apply to moving averages. But he argues that the first line is the jaw of the alligator, the middle line is the teeth, and the bottom line is the lips of the alligator. And his argument is that this indicator eats at your price action like an alligator would. So the interpretation is really straightforward. If you are familiar with moving averages, it's basically the same application that you do with moving averages, but for this indicator. So basically you are looking for your crossovers. However, with this indicator you do get a lot of instances of what we refer to as braiding, and that's positions like this when you're not really going to enter your trade because what is happening is not too clear. I'm just going to highlight that. So this is what we would call and refer to as braiding, when you have a lot of crossovers but not any clear indication of what is happening with the trend. This indicator also, just like your moving averages tool, is the trend tool. It indicates whether your price is going up or going down. Where you have your blue line at the bottom, that's an indication of an uptrend, and when you have your blue line at the top, that's an indication of a downtrend. As you can clearly see in these examples, that is the case. When you see a crossover with your lines, well, that is also an indication of a change in the trend. Now this currency pair works best for some reason with your Euro USD. This indicator works best with your Euro USD currency pair. However, it does apply to any currency pair, and it can go and be used on any time frame. So we're just going to also use the example of the Great British Pound Sterling and your Japanese Yen, and we're going to insert this indicator. So we simply go to insert, and then you can go to, if it's in your top, you can just simply go there, or you can go to custom, or you can access it through your navigator. So you simply click on your alligator. Okay, in this case I changed the colors, but it doesn't really matter, the concept is still the same. Your jaw line is the most important and what you're looking out for. Then you simply press OK, and there you have it. You have your alligator placed on the chart, and you're using the same interpretation. When you have this draw line, the blue line in this instance, at the bottom, that's an indication of an uptrend. When you see a crossover, you're seeing a downtrend. So people will ask, how is this different from using moving averages? Well, that's more of a technical question. It's based on the calculations that are used for deriving your alligator opposed to what you use for your moving average. Now for your moving average, you're basically basing your calculations on your closing prices, while for your alligator you're using your median prices. So because of that, you do get a bit of a variation between your results. And to demonstrate that, I'm going to actually put in this case, just because there's already so many lines, I'm just going to put two moving averages adjacent to the alligator indicator, just to show that you do get different, well, you shouldn't get two different results, because you do want to use them complementary to each other. which is just a great way to get confirmation of a certain trend, but also just to show you that the lines will not be exactly the same. So I'm just going to use a simple average. I'm going to use one small time period and one large one. So in this case, I'm just going to go for, let's just go for 15 and press OK. It's a dark green. I'm going to change it to a red just so it stands out, and you can see that you still get similar movement, but it's not identical, like exactly. But yes, if you are interested in trends, you would use these two complementary to get confirmation. Where they're not aligned, it would be a cause for concern. I'm also going to add a larger one, a larger moving average, so you can also see the results. But obviously you don't want it to be too different. That wouldn't make sense, because obviously the alligator is centralized around moving average principles, so they should have some similarity in nature. But if you have a larger time period, you do see quite a difference. I mean, it does obviously smooth out everything. You're getting like a little, you're getting an uptrend, and then it starts to go down from here. So you would use these indicators to complement each other, also to get a confirmation. So in a situation where you have here, you have a confirmation of an uptrend. It's going up here and it's also going up here. But if you look at your this moving average that I put, you'd see that it's not really it is going up a bit and then it goes down. So you would, but it also crosses over here, so you would interpret this way. This is how confirmation works when you're having more than one indicator. The first thing you'd say, okay, your center core one, because we're obviously doing the alligator analysis, we're using our alligator indicator for this. This is our main indicator for this episode. So we'd focus on our alligator. Our alligator is telling us, okay, at this point we have the jaw of the alligator below the graph, which is telling us it's an uptrend. So we want a confirmation. We look at our large moving average, we see it's also going up, we have a confirmation. We look at our other moving average, we see it's also going up, then we get a confirmation. Then we see our moving average crossing with our alligator, and then also we see these two haven't yet crossed, if you have noticed, but if they had crossed, that would also be good. So this would also be an indication that perhaps we should pull out, exit from trade at this point, and we would have made a clean profit. Actually, we would have made some profit there, but not too much, because you're not from here, you see. So this is also the disadvantage of using moving averages. Sometimes you do end up in short trades, but yeah, a profit is a profit, so you should consider that. Obviously it's better than a loss. Also here, I mean, this would have been a better, you getting strong, I mean, you have your moving average and your alligator aligning over there, and then you get a good sell, a short position here, and then you have your larger, I have discussed this, moving averages do have the disadvantage of reacting much slower to your prices, and therefore you can miss out on quite a number of opportunities. So do stick to the 200 is quite large. Rather, if you're thinking of a larger time period, to go for 100. But we do discuss this in our PowerPoints, which are available on kukurucapital.co.za. So I'm just going to do a final example of this alligator indicator, and I'm going to use the USD, and we're just going to say insert indicator alligator. Really straightforward. You have your jaw, your teeth, and your lips. Then you press OK, and there you have it. And then once again, the interpretation remains the same. When you have the jaw on the top of your chart, it's an indication of a downtrend, and then when you get a change of it, when you get a crossover, it's an indication of a change in your trend. When it's below, it's an indication of an uptrend. So as you can see here, I'm just gonna highlight these areas. Here we have it above, we're getting a downtrend. Here we have it below, we get an uptrend. I just want to move it a little bit. And then here you have it's above your chart, and you're getting a strong downtrend. So it does work similar to your moving averages, but I have demonstrated that it's not identical to your moving averages, and you can use moving averages and the alligator to complement each other. And where you see that they're not aligned or they're not telling you the same thing, perhaps you should think again before entering that particular trade. So this is our episode and our video tutorial on the alligator indicator. I hope it was useful. Please do like our videos if you're watching on YouTube, and subscribe. If you are on our website, do make a comment on our forum. Do contact us if you have any concerns, any queries, or you need any assistance. We're always willing to help, and thank you for watching.